What if I told you that massive life changes do not start with willpower or motivation, but with something so small it feels almost invisible? The truth is, habits shape our lives far more than motivation ever will. Yet most people fail because they try to change everything at once. In Tiny Habits, B.J. Fogg reveals how real transformation begins with the smallest possible steps. This book matters because it shows a new science of behavior change that actually sticks without relying on discipline or guilt. Why small is powerful. Most people believe that only dramatic action leads to real change. In reality, the opposite is true. Small steps bypass resistance and build momentum. Imagine someone who wants to floss daily. Instead of demanding perfection, they begin with just one tooth. Over time, the small act expands into a full routine. The mind feels successful immediately, and the habit grows naturally. The ABC formula: habits form when three elements come together: anchor, behavior, and celebration. Anchor means attaching a new habit to something already existing in daily life. Behavior is the small action itself. Celebration is the feeling of success that wires the habit into the brain. For example, after brushing teeth in the morning, someone might do 2 push-ups, then smile and say, "Yes." That moment of pride reinforces the loop far more than willpower ever could. Motivation is overrated. We tend to think motivation is the fuel of change, but motivation is unreliable. It rises and falls like a tide. Imagine someone who signs up for the gym on January 1st, filled with energy, but by February, that drive fades. The behavior collapses. Instead, design habits that do not depend on motivation. If a habit is tiny and tied to an anchor, it continues even when motivation is low. Emotions create habits. Habits are not created by repetition alone. They are created by emotions attached to the act. When we feel successful, the brain marks the behavior as valuable. Consider a child who proudly shows their first drawing and is praised. The joy makes them want to draw again. In the same way, celebrating even the smallest adult achievements makes the brain crave more. The power of anchors. Choosing the right anchor determines whether a habit thrives or fades. Anchors must already be strong, stable parts of life. Someone who wants to start meditating might attach it to pouring morning coffee. Each time the coffee brews, they take 2 minutes to breathe. Over weeks, the brain links the smell of coffee with calm, turning meditation into a natural part of mornings. Designing habits for success. Instead of forcing habits, design them to fit seamlessly into life. Habits succeed when they are easy. Imagine placing floss on top of the toothbrush instead of hidden in a drawer. The visual cue lowers friction. Success is not about self-control. It is about smart design. Shine, not shame. Traditional self-help often pushes guilt and shame when people fail. But shame weakens habits. Success grows when we shine a spotlight on progress, no matter how small. A person who claps after putting away one dish builds momentum to clean the whole kitchen. That feeling of success drives more change than criticism ever could. Success, momentum. Habits multiply because success spreads. When someone feels good about exercising for 2 minutes, that pride spills into other areas of life. They may suddenly feel energized to drink more water or make healthier meals. Positive emotions create a cascade. This is called success momentum, and it shows that small victories are not small at all. They are the seeds of transformation. Behavior design, not behavior goals. Traditional advice tells people to set big goals. Lose 30 pounds, save $10,000, run a marathon. But goals without design often end in disappointment. Behavior design means creating systems that make the desired behavior inevitable. Imagine someone who wants to eat more vegetables. Instead of setting a goal, they place pre-cut vegetables in a clear container at eye level in the fridge. The design makes the behavior automatic. Swarm of habits. Instead of building one giant habit, Create a swarm of small habits that together change identity. Imagine someone who wants to become a runner. Instead of declaring, "I will run 5 miles daily," they start by putting on running shoes after breakfast. Next, they walk to the mailbox. Later, they jog for 2 minutes. Each small habit attaches to the identity of being active. Eventually, running becomes natural because identity has shifted. Breaking bad habits. Bad habits are not eliminated by willpower, but by redesigning triggers. If late-night snacking comes from boredom while watching television, the solution is not to fight cravings, but to change the environment. Replacing chips with fruit or changing the activity at that time weakens the old pattern. Removing friction from good habits and adding friction to bad ones rewires behavior faster than force. Shaping identity. The ultimate goal is not just new habits, but a new identity. Behavior drives identity more than identity drives behavior. Imagine someone who wants to become a reader. Instead of forcing an hour daily, they commit to reading 1 paragraph after breakfast. Soon, they think of themselves as a reader, and the behavior expands naturally. The small habit reshapes how they see themselves. Embracing flops. Failure is part of the process, not the end of it. Every misstep teaches design lessons. Instead of saying, "I failed to work out," reframe as that habit design did not work for me. Let me try another anchor. This removes shame and keeps momentum alive. Growth happens through experiments, not perfection. The ripple effect. Tiny habits spread across life in surprising ways. Someone who begins by making the bed daily may notice they feel calmer and more in control. That sense of order spreads into work projects, relationships, and finances. Change does not stay contained. It ripples outward. Final takeaway: the message is clear. You do not need to wait for the perfect moment, massive willpower, or life-altering motivation. Change starts small, almost invisible, yet grows into transformation. Your challenge: choose one anchor today, attach it to a habit so tiny it feels effortless, and celebrate it every single time. Watch how small successes grow into a new identity and a better life.